Rex Ryan, primary takeaway from a Cowboys win they desperately needed.
Well, first off, I mean, we know they had this kind of performance in them because they're so talented. But do I really believe in this team? No, man. I still think it's fool's gold. Even though you got the bolo tie,
come on,
I'm not buying it. And this is the same team that lost to the Jets. You know, we've seen this team go like this all the time. Yes, do they have the potential to play like this? They absolutely do. So we'll see.
Okay, so you mentioned the talent. Dan, why did it take so long for us to see this Cowboys team? And what does that say about Jason Garrett? We'll get to your bolo tie in a second.
If I was a fan, this would be the game I'm most mad about all season. This would be the game where I could justify firing Jason Garrett because what took so long? What took this kind of performance? It took till week 15 to have it. I think the biggest takeaway for me in this game is it wasn't just feed Zeke. It was the way Zeke ran. Like he ran with urgency. He ran with a purpose. And it kind of affected the whole football team. You saw this offensive line block with a little bit more of a purpose. You saw this defense play with a little bit more of an urgency to them. So this was about Zeke, but just the effort and the style he ran with was my biggest takeaway.
I am so excited that the Dallas Cowboys are going to win the NFC East and have a home playoff game. No questions about it. Not only have they invested $700 million in the offensive line and Ezekiel Elliott, and now Pollard's getting loose, but Dak Prescott looked good. He was not only a game manager, he had like a 123.8 passer rating or something like that. But if Jason Witten's going to continue to pull rabbits out of his head, Tavon Austin is going to continue to be explosive, and Jason Garrett is going to be able to motivate these boys to play in these playoff-like games, the Dallas Cowboys could be getting hot at the right time. And when it comes to Walt Anderson being a miserable human, we will have more about that. But for me, Dak Prescott's only mistake yesterday was that coin toss situation with Walt. And for me, the Dallas Cowboys not only are going to win the NFC East by blowing out the Birds next weekend, they're potentially going to win the entire Super Bowl just because that's how I feel.
Well, you did take us there, so let's go there. Walt, why are you looking that way, Mr. Ryan?
Come on, I mean, they're not going to. They're going to be one and done in this thing. We all know it, man. There's no. That's the only thing they're consistent
Cowboys
about.
Eagles next week is the game of the year. No.
Yeah, no game of the year.
Yeah.
This to me, I mean, when I look at this type of thing, this is a pillow fight. It's a pillow fight, Greeny. You've got two horrible teams going at it. Who cares who wins?
Listen, don't knock a pillow fight. It's the only kind of fight I've ever been in my entire life. All right, let's get to the bottom of it, though. Let's get to the beginning of it.
Yes.
Because the NFL, listen, I've been watching football a long time. The NFL had to step in and change the result of the opening coin toss because Dak Prescott did not use the verbiage that Walt Anderson was looking for. Pat McAfee, your thoughts?
So I bet 500 in coin tosses. I always call tails. It failed for me one time, so I went 1 for 2. But this is just a standard operation. This is Walt Anderson trying to make it about himself. He knew what Dak was trying to say. It's just let it happen, let it be, and move forward. And by the way, the NFL gets a lot of things wrong. And I think they actually got this one right. We move forward. And maybe after 6 decades of officiating and ruining games, this could be the final straw for Walt Anderson.
Yeah, Walt Anderson, hey, I tell you what, man. Me and him, oh, no, we never liked each other right here. But why? Because this guy's so smart. Look at you, Walt. Way to make it about you. Are you kidding me? You hear the kids say, yeah, we want to defer. And then, we'll, kick it, we want to defer. Like, come on, dude. Hey, no, I'm going to show everybody how smart I am. Hey, good for you, Walt. I know you're a dentist. Man, no way in hell am I going to you.
He is.
That would be.
I'll take a cavity over Walt Anderson.
I'm not
Dig it in my mouth.
Walt, you're not my favorite. I lost every game I think he refereed, which is a bunch of them.
In case you're wondering, we're not kidding. Walt Anderson is actually a dentist. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.